In this video, I will be demonstrating how I create my pressed flower pendants and bangles using resin. The resin I use is this EasyCast clear casting epoxy, which I purchased from my local craft store. Inside this box there are two bottles. One bottle is resin and the other bottle is hardener. To warm my resin and hardener, I place each bottle in a large cup and pour in warm tap water. It's important not to get any water into your resin or hardener, so I make sure not to completely submerge the bottles. Now, I've always measured my resin and hardener separately. However, after reading the EasyCast instructions for the first time just a few days ago, I realized they measure their resin and hardener in the same measuring container. I've never had any issues. I think it's just important that you're measuring equal amounts. I have always mixed my resin and hardener together in the same container. However, the instructions recommend that after 2 minutes, you transfer your mixture into a second container and mix for another minute. Again, I've never had any troubles doing it this way. I think it's just important that the mixture is well combined. While I'm stirring, I also make sure to scrape the bottom and sides of my container and my stirring stick. Once my mixture is fully combined, I let it sit for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I remove any remaining bubbles on the surface with a heat gun. To create a resin pendant, I place an open-faced bezel on the sticky side of a piece of packing tape. Using a craft stick, I apply even pressure to all sides of the bezel to create a secure seal. When adding resin to my pendant, I carefully add small amounts of resin using my craft stick. I then use my craft stick to gently spread the resin to create an even layer. Once I add my flower, I top it off with more resin until it's completely covered.
Sunday, and you cruising down Crenshaw in a motherfucking 6'4". Come on, say that shit like you believe it, man. Like it's your word, still that shit. Stop playing around, loosen the fuck up. There you go.
After 24 hours, I remove the pendants from the packing tape and demold the bangles. I also trim away any excess resin or rough edges. After 72 hours, once the resin has completely cured, I will sand away any remaining rough edges. For more resin ideas and inspiration, you can find me on Instagram at pricklypoppyaz.